The reality is this, that the mining industry is well known to be a sector which trains, its employees to the hilt. However, over the years, mining companies have tended to do this individually. But we thought that coming together would make a better impact than the individual approach.
To do this, the Chamber of Mines actually took the initiative of supporting the University of Mines and Technology, under the Tertiary Education Fund process. The fund itself typically has about $2 million, which is put together by way of contributions from the members of the chamber, the mining companies, the affiliates, etc. And that is used to deal with things like infrastructure.
We built what is now called the Ghana Chamber of Mines Faculty of Minerals, Mining and Mineral Engineering at the UMAT. We were also able to support the university during the COVID period, what they call the smart classroom, and it made learning very easy during the COVID period. And students who were brilliant but could not sustain their education, we supported through it.
To fund things like research in some of the areas that might be relevant to the industry, and also to help our industry innovate.
The Chamber has been helping the university over time since 1961. But there is no legacy project on campus that we can put a finger to. So we make the strong point that we needed such a legacy project. Secondly, they are disbursing about $400,000 annually for 5 years. Our thinking was that it should benefit as many people as possible and not just a few individuals. So we thought for those two reasons, we needed a faculty block.
When the double track, turned out a lot of SHS and as a government institution, we were under pressure to admit more, and we admitted, and we needed space. So I think about that, and I see clearly that had it not been for that building that came in timely, it would have been very difficult for the university.
It has helped us to, accommodate the students, and the anonymous too has been well kept. When we go to the pharmacy, I even go there to teach these days, because those days we were not having that classroom so that can hold that capacity. But putting up that building has helped us a lot.
In this building, we have a smart classroom, which is a game changer in the university.
It also extends to grants to lecturers. And here, about 20 lecturers have been able to get grants up to $10,000 to conduct research relevant to the industry and to solve some of the problems we have in Ghana here.
There was some mineralization which were deep-seated, and then the traditional methods that we use to locate these minerals were not effective in locating this mineralization. So I decided to apply hydrogeochemistry. Basically, I'm using hydrogeology to see whether the methods I employ are going to help in locating this deep-seated mineralization.
The rate of LPG usage has been increasing. So we decided to assess the safety knowledge right from where the LPG is being produced, the tanker drivers that carry the LPG to refilling stations, the safety knowledge of the attendants there, then the domestic users as well. So we evaluated the entire value chain of the LPG in Ghana just to ensure that we are able to promote LPG as a safe transition fuel for Ghana.
In the petroleum industry, they have been using directional drilling in the drilling process and in the exploration processes. So what we tried doing is now we are going to use the drilling technology, the directional drilling technology in the mining area, but we are going to use it to explore for more mineral deposits. So we tried to come up with a software to do exploration and also having the ability to take core samples. We called it Explo Core. We tested the software with data from gold fields. So we had 22 core points. When we tested this, the software was able to work perfectly, match with most of the data points, and it gave us accuracy around 85%.
The GCM TEF has enabled me to develop my research in the application of artificial intelligence. The purpose of the project was to expand on or to automate the mineral recovery process or mineral discovery process. So the fund helped us to able to develop a software that will be able to automatically identify which rock type that we are drilling into, right? So that we know that maybe this rock is this type of formation, and that is the type of rock we are looking for.
Our kind of promotion is not like you've been here for 10 years, so get promotion. No, you must do research and publish papers. So if you don't have funds for research, you stay in one position forever. So it's helping the university lecturers to gain promotion. And as they do the research, they are deepening their knowledge in the field. They are solving problems for the mining companies. They are solving problems for our dear nation.
The projects that were brought up for support, some of them are being followed up, and then we'll see the benefit in the very near future.
Postgraduate grant is also for research, and that has also seen 20 postgraduates benefiting. And we have, I think, 4 more if it is approved by council to add on to it.
My work is basically on how to predict gold leaching recovery. And with this one, I'm looking at how to come out with advanced soft measurement technique. That is basically has to do with an hybrid artificial intelligence method that can help our metallurgists and then our plant operators to come out with an optimal and controlled strategy that can help them increase gold recovery at the CIF.
I'm working on whole body vibration exposures that earth moving equipment operators are exposed to. In our part of the world, a few preliminary research show that although we have a lot of whole body vibration assessments studies elsewhere, we have just one empirical study in the whole of Africa. And then that is very alarming, looking at Ghana's contribution to mining.
My research is on the topic, the use of artificial oxygen carriers to enhance gold cyanidation. And basically, it is where I'm trying to use a new type of chemical which is able to dissolve a lot of oxygen within its system, and then it is able to enhance gold extraction.
As at the time, I was given admission to come and pursue my PhD studies. It was kind of very difficult for me in terms of finances.
I applied because I knew that one, the funds could help enlarge the scope of my work, and also to help gain very easy access into the mines.
I applied for this grant to carry out my research because of the passion I have for progressing my research.
So in total, I received $5,000 from the Ghana Chamber of Mines Tertiary Education Fund.
Initially, I got $5,000 to carry out my research, and then after the first year, I was fortunate to be renewed to obtain another $5,000 to carry out my research.
For this particular, they just ended 2023-2024 academic year. The grant also gave us funds for us to organize a boot camp for students, because we noticed that a number of postgraduate students were struggling with completion of their programs. So the boot camp was organized where we had various speakers talking on a number of topics. About 10 topics were handled during the boot camp, and it's really enhanced the research know-how of the students.
At the beginning of the academic year, students register, and some people sometimes defer their programs, not because of medical reasons, but because sometimes they have challenges with fees. And this particular scholarship has created a good environment for our students to have the peace of mind to learn.
When I started UMAT, I got admission in 2019. Then I worked for 2 years before I was able to apply. So I stayed home for 2 years after SHS. So during my second year, my mom started having financial constraint because she's a single mom.
Coming from a family of 6 children who happened to lose their dad at a very tender age, things were quite difficult for the entire family.
So I applied for the Ghana Chamber of Mines Tertiary Education Fund Scholarship because I recognize the financial burden that my tertiary education brought up on my family.
My dad is a basic school teacher and my mom sells Gari and beans. Yes, so when I had admission to the University of Mines and Technology, they took loan, yes. And it got to a time they were not getting the loan again, so I had to come in and do something. So I was applying for several scholarships, GMPC, Get Fund and other scholarships. And then I also applied for the Ghana Chamber of Mines, and then my breakthrough came in.
After graduating from secondary school, I had a very good grades, but I had to stay in the house for a year because of financial issues. My dad also passed, so there was actually a financial burden on my family. So when I came to the university, I heard about a lot of scholarships and I tried applying for a lot of them. But Ghana Chamber of Mines scholarship was the one I was able to get.
Coming from a broken home and being among 8 children, honestly, it was difficult for me to get money for my schooling. I began the university on a loan, so going forward, there were challenges. We were even scared of the next step ahead. That was when I was going to year 2.
Sometimes they give you assignments, you are not able to concentrate because you are thinking of where to get the next school fees, the next accommodation. And so I went to see one of the counselors. I told him my story and he asked me if I have heard of the Ghana Chamber of Mines scholarship. I told him yes, have applied and I intend on applying again. So I applied and I got the scholarship.
So when I heard the news that I was part of the beneficiaries or the awardees for the Ghana Chamber of Mines Tertiary Education Fund Scholarship, I was so happy. I was very amazed.
I had gone for a series of scholarship interviews and they all failed. But Ghana Chamber of Mines scholarship, they didn't even come with an interview. You just have to fill some forms and then they will do the selection.
When I entered my hostel, I heard people shouting congratulations. I was wondering what that was for because I applied the scholarship very late. It was almost the deadline. So when I heard a congratulation, I didn't feel it was for me until they showed me the shortlisted people and I found my name in there.
It was able to cover for my tuition fees, for my living expenses, for my hostel rents, and other educational costs.
I remember when hostel fees increased, the money also increased, which could equally take care of my tuition as well as my accommodation fees.
I was very happy to get the scholarship because it has lessened the burden on my parents.
The bursary part of the fund has been designed in such a way that 30% has been earmarked to female students, and this is deliberate. And the goal is to make sure that female students who are on the campus of UMAT have the comfort that if they apply for the fund, they can get it and they can go through school.
The scholarship came with internship at a mining company. I hadn't done internship before, so my first internship was with Anglo Gold Ashanti Adriaprim Mine. And when we came, we were five ladies. We met the HR manager who invited us to his office, and he told us that he specifically chose us because he believes in woman empowerment, so he wants to train us.
I've been on internship throughout my academic journey, and also I've been exposed to the real world mining operations and its best practices. And I've also, working along with the industry professionals, I've learned and improved on my technical skills, my teamwork skills, and my problem-solving skills.
I have been exposed to a lot of industry activities that I did not know of, and I've also been able to know people and then connect myself with industry professionals.
They always tell us in class, with my field, we use the carbon to absorb the gold in the CIL plant solution. And I thought carbon was some huge plates that the gold will settle on and then they will take it. So it was so abstract in the classroom. But then I came here and I had the opportunity to see carbon, and funny enough, they are very, very tiny black particles. And then I was like, wow. So I started appreciating my job. I started appreciating whatever I'm learning in class, and I realized that, wow. So it made me even develop passion for whatever I'm doing.
I also gained the chance to do my national service at Anglo Gold Ashanti Adriaprim now, and here I am. I'm very grateful, and I must say, if not for Ghana Chamber of Mines Tertiary Education Fund Scholarship, I have no idea where I would have been.
Anglo Gold Ashanti Adriaprim Mine is known for one thing, that is diversity and inclusion. And when we were contacted by the Chamber of Mines to select a group of students to come to our mine, we actually went in for 5 females. Currently, one of them is with us who was part of the mine safety competition, did extremely well, and she is currently with us on a contract.
We have 136 undergraduates, and we have 34 that have been approved under the 5th cohort. So if we add that, then we are talking about 170 undergraduate students who have benefited. And this has paid off their school fees, and depending on the level of accommodation, it pays, and also the rest is given to them as stipend.
Some of us completed school many years ago. It is important sometimes for us to retool in order to be abreast with current trends as far as the minerals industry is concerned.
The experience has been a wonderful experience because I get to see firsthand the practical applications of the various theories that are being studied, especially in school.
I got to learn the different kinds of inventories that they have. That's number one. Then also, I got to have a practical feel about how we use one of our software called Enterprise Resource Planning.
It has upgraded my knowledge, and it has also created the industry relationship between academia and the industry. Then, for the aspect of the students, I think the students will be able to, with my supervision, they will be able to develop a short exploder, which is currently being used in the mine for both surface and underground blasting.
I have seen how automation is being applied practically. For example, in the mining company, especially with Anglo Gold Ashanti, which is an underground mine, during bogging, that is when blasting has been done and then mining is being carried out. Now they have adopted remote bogging, where there is a loader that is not being operated by a human being, ensuring safety of personnel. There is also the adoption of artificial intelligence in most of their predictive studies that are being done.
So for the governing board, like I said, we're quite excited about the work we do. We believe that at the end of the day, we will build a solid pipeline, of future mining expertise and skills for our country and for our industry. And that is what we are focused on.
We can't forever be relying on, foreign, endeavors, foreign capital, foreign knowledge, foreign skills, foreign competences. It makes sense for us to actually think about how to grow and develop our own. And I think we are on the right path, working together, especially with the University of Mines and Technology.
I would want to say a big thank you on behalf of the university to the Ghana Chamber of Mines. And I want to tell them that we are grateful that they have come to support their baby to grow. And not only the university, but also by helping the university, they are helping the minerals industry, because we are going to bring out products who are ready for the world of work.